Hello everyone, it's Musical Aviator. It's Friday. We'll be flying over to Tasmania today. Currently at Flinders Island. We have a lot of airfields on this island. Killiecrankie, this one here. One down at a little bit further to the south of us on the island. Can't remember the name of this one. There it is, Trousers Point and Lady Barron. So we'll be doing a stop on Lady Barron, maybe a touch and go, down to Cape Barron Island, and then we'll shoot down south towards Cape Portland, make our way through Ringarooma Bay, then down into Bridport. Might do a full stop landing at Bridport, and then we'll pop over to Georgetown where we'll be finishing. It's about an hour and 10 minutes of flying time. That doesn't include the touch and goes and stops. Hello to Flying Aviator, Captain Aviation, and Tim. How you doing? We'll be flying Delta India November today. So let's jump on and get ourselves ready to go. This is the one good aeroplane that you get out of the premium deluxe version. The Cessna 172. Standard. There's also a 787, but that's, default 787. Hello, Toilet Inspector. How you doing? Alright, so from the external view, just a quick squiz of that thing, this thing. I think the trim tab moves. Yes, it does. Look at that. We'll drop the flaps. Flying Aviator, g'day. Flaps are looking good. Up the front we have a pitot tube, static port on that side, oil thing about there, propeller's looking okay, and the rudder. With all of that done, we'll jump in. Pretty cold down here today. It's about 6 degrees Celsius, and it's quite windy as well. I believe it was something like 2 degrees with wind chill. Can't remember the actual forecast temperature for tonight. Yeah, it's going to stabilise down at about 6. Cool. Looking at our flight plan. Flinders Island will be 5 minutes to, I call Lady Barron Road. And from there another 4 minutes into Lady Barron Island. 7 miles between each. From Lady Barron Island, it's straight into Cape Barron, which is an 8-minute flight. And we'll probably need to be a little bit more precise on these. The amount of fuel that we have on board today is 40 gallon, 20 in each wing. That gives us a flying time of, 2.5 hours. We're probably going to need about 1.5, so extra hour. No information on loosening of COVID restrictions yet. They'll make an announcement on Sunday, so we'll find out then. Anyhow, let's get moving. extra rich. Fuel pump. Cool. Let's make sure that our brakes are set. Clear the prop. And let's go. Let's check in that. We got 5.5, something like that. Cool. Transponders in. Just going to come over here and let's plug in a few waypoints, shall we? So from Flinders Island, we really don't need this. It's almost just visual on the coast, this one. It's not too bad at all. Flight plan. Let's see if I have to Flinders. From Flinders, we're looking for Lady Barron. Yes. Cool, Lady Barron, looking for YCBN, Cape Barron. Barron spelt differently. So we have Barron, B-A-R-R-O-N for Lady Barron, and Barron is B-A-R-R-E-N. One is a lady of nobility, and the other one is a lady who can't have children. Cape Barron, there we are. Right. CBN set. Okay, after that it's Cape Lloyd, which you're at chuck in Bridport, YBDB. And then Georgetown at the end. That's all the waypoints, all the airports we're going to anyway. Let's get back out of there. It's going to turn on some lights. Check the time. Yeah, it's not too bad. Cool, we'll get there by 5 o'clock. Let's head on out. Looking for our AWS and ATIS and stuff. Flinders.
Automated Weather Information Service, Flinders Island Airport. Time 0839 Zulu. Wind 180 degrees magnetic at 7 knots. Visibility 25 kilometers. Cloud broken 1,800 feet. Broken 3,000 feet. Broken 3,800 feet. Temperature 10. Dew point 7. QNH 0999 hectopascals. Rainfall last 10 minutes nil. Automated Weather Information Service, Flinders Island Airport. Time 0839 Zulu. Wind 180 degrees magnetic at 7 knots. Visibility 25 kilometers. Cloud broken 1,800 feet. Broken 3,000 feet. Broken 3,800 feet. Temperature 10. Dew point 7. QNH 0999 hectopascals. Rainfall last 10 minutes nil.
Cool. So, runway 14. Option of 23, not really a good idea. QNH 9999, so I'll use runway 14. Let's taxi out via that way. Are you watching on a VPN, Spencer, from China? Alright, we'll just head on out there and do ourselves a little bit of a run-up. So, right-hand circuit's on 1-4. After takeoff, it's a slightly right-hand turn, but we're mostly going straight ahead. One 27.8. Let's do some run-ups. Brakes are set. Checking the oil. Yeah, temperature's in the green. Let's roll up. 1800. Yeah, we've got a bit of rain showers at 6 degrees Celsius. It's pretty nasty. Hey, the Berlin, no, we're still on the ground. We are starting to move out onto the backtrack though. I need to reset my push to talk button. Traffic Flinders Island. Delta uniform is entering runway 05 backtrack. We'll then be turning on to backtrack runway 14. Flinders Island traffic. We'll make a broadcast again entering runway 14. potentially a little darker than I really wanted it, so I'm going to do a funny thing here and make the time not the time anymore. Good work, Rossi. I've won a few giveaways in my time. Not very recently though. Well, I think the last one I got was the back 2017 or so. I won something in Europe, I think it was. Might have been Turkey. Flinders Island traffic, Delta in the uniform, entering runway 14 backtrack. Sure, William. We're all on Vatsim here, so you're certainly allowed to join in. Nice to hear someone else on the CTAFs. I'll be off in the next 2 minutes or so. That's the CTAF, is fine. Make sure I have Aeronautical Charts. So it's 127.8 here at Flinders. Going to use the same at Lady Barron, and at Bridport would be using the Georgetown frequency, which would be 127.3. Use the chat for chat. Text. I can read you. Yeah, well, I don't have all the Orbx products. I certainly have all the Australian Orbx products. I'll give you that. Some of them I won on Vatpack events, actually. I won the Cessna way back in like 2000 and whenever it was released. I'm thinking 2011 or 12. But yeah, I've got all the Australian Orbx stuff. Not all the American stuff though, because I can't be bothered to mine at all. Delhi to Kolkata. Intriguing. What do they call this place? Flinders Island traffic. Delta into November. Runway 14. Departing straight ahead and right hand crosswind departure. Let's go. $60. Yeah, 70. We'll keep it rolling up to about 75 on the climb. Still, that trim is a little bit sensitive. So yeah, Vatsim. It's been going a while. You can join with FS 2020 or P3D, X-Plane, FSX, all versions of SFX. I think there's even still ways to join using FS 2004. I think that's the Swift client, you can do that. I've heard of people even joining it with other things like Flight Factor and of course Aero Wing 747. Yeah, Vatsim's working perfectly fine with MSFS. One thing that you may recognise is there's no other, there's no livery package, so all the other aircraft are going to be default looking aeroplanes. That's the one down factor. But if you don't mind that too much, don't mind seeing Cessna 172s that look exactly like that flying around. Don't mind seeing 787s in whatever the 787 default livery is, and yeah, that's fine. Okay, we're going down past Trousers Point, which is right where that Strzelecki Peak is. That there is Strzelecki Peak. We'll go around the outside edge of it. 1,500 seems about right. We'll nose over, start to accelerate. As we do accelerate, we need to retrim because the aircraft is accelerating. Yeah, the 717 will be on FS 2020. They haven't given us any kind of idea of what a release time frame is, which means it might be years away. Clouds over there on Cape Barron Island look a bit less than ideal for VFR flying. Anyway, this is Trousers Point that we're flying over now. And that there is an airfield. You can land on that. It's a proper licensed landing area. It's got a CTAP and all. The place we're going over has charter operations going into it, Lady Barron. It isn't actually on the charts though. No official CTAF. You can see the little thing there, but there's no official CTAF for it. It's all part of the same frequency anyway. We counted earlier this afternoon and there were 6 airfields on Flinders Island, and there's only 900 people that live on it. So 900 people with 6 airfields. Some of those airfields have 2 runways. 2 of them in fact. 2 of them are in the same tiny little town which has a population of like 100. Which holding point do I go to at EWR? I don't ask questions like that. I just read back what I think it should be. I know you said something, I didn't quite understand it, so I'll read back what I want. Look at that over there. Yeah, we're going to have to really work on getting past Cape Barren Island. Not sure how we do it yet. Might have to get down to like 1,000 feet. Horrific weather. It's true to life though. I went for a nice little walk this afternoon outside, and I did have to bring a little hat because I kept on getting, it wasn't really rain, it was just more like wet drizzle. Very wet drizzle. Severe icing warning. Great, just what we need. Pop that out. Oh, I haven't had my things on, have I? Layers. Segments. There it is. Severe ice within all that stuff there. 4,000 feet. Okay, we're going to stay below 4,000 obviously. In fact, I think we're going to have to stay below like 1,000 at some points here. Anyway, that was Trousers Point. Nice little road down here, going around the island. And Lady Barron is in that bay around there. Just ever so slightly leaned out, not too much. I'm seeing some clouds below us, so we're going to have to go down. I could get some ice, but this aircraft is not, you know, able to fly into known icing conditions. And known icing conditions are inside clouds or rain with a temperature of whatever it is out here right now. I'm sad I won't be able to get to FNO tomorrow because I'm working. The reason I'm working tomorrow is also the same reason that I happen to have Monday off, which is the Brazilian event. So I traded the Brazilian event in exchange for a USA event. I think I did an okay exchange with that. That's come out well. Totally, Matthew. Yeah, the 172 in this sim is actually a good sim. It's a good aeroplane. It's quite enjoyable to fly. A little bit too pitchy in my opinion, but you know, tone down your sensitivities and you're alright. And give the trim very short bursts. I like going plop, plop. I remember an old 172 I used to fly, a Mike Hotel Golf, which had a trim system on it, on the yoke, and yeah, it was like a little electrical trim instead of a little thing. Like you could literally reach down and do that, but also had one on the yoke, which is a bit weird. It's part of the older part system. Got down a bit too low. Lady Barron traffic. Delta India November, Cessna 172, 1,000 feet, tracking inbound approximately 5 miles to the southwest of the field, and joining on runway 26, downwind. Field in sight. There's two airfields here within the runway length of each other. That one, which is, oh, I can't remember the name of this one. It's like a Murray something or other airfield. Murray Holbrook or Holmesworth or something like that. Murray Holdsworth airfield. So it's just grass. That one there. It's got two runways, east, west and north, south. And then just beyond that we have the actual, like the bigger one, Lady Barron, which is used by the charter lot. Lady Barron Town. Murray Holdsworth. And yeah, Lady Barron. A nice little kind of white runway. Yeah, that's the Murray Holdsworth airfield with just grass runway going up into there. Pretty strange having two runways so close. Traffic Lady Barron, Cessna Delta India November is on the dead side of the field. We'll be joining midfield downwind, runway 26, right hand circuit. Came in too hard. And this airfield has a right hand circuit for this runway because of this mountain that's just under us. Lady Barron, Delta India November is 1,100 overhead the field. We'll be joining right hand downwind runway 26. Yeah, the scenery's got us covered. I have done a slight modification. I'm not sure if you can see this, but the trees are shorter than they used to be. Someone actually made a modification for the trees, so they're getting a bit ridiculous in size. So I think they're like about half the size of default. Should put a link in there. It's a little bit subtle. You don't even notice it when you're flying. You do notice it on the approach. Lady Barron traffic, Delta India November, turning downwind, runway 26. Car coming back, mixture rich. Brakes are released. Undercarriage is fixed, mixture rich. Pump is on. Fuel set to both. Seats and harnesses are secure. Love this lagoon, look at that. Lady Barron traffic, Delta India November, turning base runway 26. Stage on the flap. JB Aviation, g'day. Yeah, let's go stage 2 flap. Lady Barron traffic, Delta India November, turning final, runway 26. Yeah, if it's 2020, it's not too bad. I don't mind it for this kind of flying. It's pretty good. For bigger jets, we'll have to get some more add-ons happening before I'm tempted into that. Doing PMDGs as well as scenery as livery packages for Vatsim. Ah, Twitch. I can get notifications for Twitch, but I've forgotten to turn that system on. Hello Twitch, how you doing? I can see you now. How many people are there? One. Okay, never mind. I've also got Facebook, but I can barely ever see those messages anyway. So. We'll vacate, do a little spin around. We won't shut down, we'll just leave. Let's be honest, fields like this actually look just as, if not better than, OZX stuff. Cool. We'll spin her around. Flaps are up. Mixer's a little bit lean. We'll head on out here. Lady Barron traffic, Cessna, Delta India November is entering runway 26. We are backtracking and then departing on a left-hand crosswind. Not very long, we'll start entering the runway now. Ah, you're in? Yeah, fair enough. Come on down. I'm starting my backtrack now, so... Yeah, Cityscape Sydney looks pretty good, actually. It'd be nice to have a proper harbour bridge and a proper, you know, centre point tower. Darling Harbour. Might actually go ahead and buy that one. I've got no multiplayer mode set because I'm logged on to Vatsim, so any other traffic you see should be Vatsim traffic rather than any multiplayer. I'm on 127.8. Lady Barron traffic, Delta India November, back doing a backtrack U-turn, runway 26. Okay, all of the lights are on. We'll go flaps 10 for takeoff. There's our runway. Trim is good, flaps are set, fuel pump is in. I'm going to turn the pitot heat on, and off we go. Lady Barron traffic, Delta India November, departing runway 26.
Lady Barron traffic, Cessna Juliet Alpha Zulu is entering the right downwind.
60 knots, there we go. 75, flaps coming up. Lady Barron traffic, Cessna Delta in November, departed the field, making a left-hand crosswind departure.
Lady Barron traffic, Cessna Juliet Alpha Zulu is on the right hand downwind for runway 06.
Job. We are clear to the left. That's Lady Barron. Next up is Cape Barron. Barron. Okay, Cape Barron Island, 126.5. That's ready. Eagle stay at 2,000. Say again, 1,500. Yeah, here's the things that we really need for the new Microsoft Flight Simulator to really pop for me, and that is essentially stuff that Microsoft isn't doing. So we're talking about Vatsim's VAIP, which is all your repaints and other models. So we can see, like, you know, if someone flies in on a MD-88 Delta Airlines, we'll see a Delta Airlines MD-88 fly in instead of our generic 7, like A320 or whatever it is. Obviously we want our PMDGs and our FS Labses and whatever else. Till then, this is adequate to do this kind of flying. You can obviously fly around Tassie quite easily. A couple of little niggles on this aircraft is you can't set that to be track up. It's always track north. Can't open and shut the doors on this aircraft. Some people are saying that the mixture isn't quite as modelled as it should be. Which is somewhat correct. It seems that it does do some changes, but it's not as severe as it should be. For instance, if you climb to 10,000 feet in the Cessna, it should really struggle at anywhere ridge of half leaned out. Kind of doesn't. Yeah, as soon as we get like a air-to-air simulation Cessna 172, then I'll be over on that one. Obviously. Tin Kettle Island. And there's a massive, almost a thunderstorm hanging over the top of Cape Barron, so we'll see how we go with that. Switch over 126.5. Traffic Cape Barron, Cessna Delta India November is 1,800 feet. On descent to 1,000 feet, approximately 10 miles to the northeast of the field. We'll be making an overhead pass and possibly positioning into the circuit runway. Runway. Oh, there's 10 of them. Runway 27, Cape Barron. Cape Barron Island has 3 different runways, so 6 runway directions. It's a bit much. Rex weather engine. I'll look at it. A little bit tempted. I'd rather wait for Active Sky though. Active Sky hopefully doing something, but they haven't actually made an announcement yet. But I've been a pretty loyal Active Sky customer, so I'd rather stick with them as much as I can.
Lady Barron Cape Barron traffic, Cessna Juliet Alpha Zulu might check if possible from anyone on frequency.
Don't really November, ready fine.
Cheers, Delta India November, appreciate it. And Delta India November, we're following you off your YouTube channel. Any chance of a position report?
Yeah, we'll make a position report once we're over, well, across the field. We're currently at 9 miles from Cape Barron.
Delta India Lima, we appreciate it. Cheers, Juliet.
Apparently I can't read, that's 4 miles, not 9.
Cheers, Juliet, absolutely.
That's the field there, you can see it. We'll pop over the top. and join the left hand downwind. Hi there, Alan. Aiden. This 6-pack Cessna 172 comes with the Deluxe version, so it only comes with the extra content that you buy with the yeah, I think it's the highest tier one, the one that comes with the 787, which I wasn't really that interested in, but yeah. It's like, well, you can give you some default crap and also a cool and actually good useful Cessna 172. So I bought Deluxe for this one. This aircraft I'm flying right now. I've flown to Africa, usually to South Africa, twice. Once this year, actually. Cape Barron traffic, Delta India November is 1,000 feet overhead the field. We'll be turning in to join downwind, left downwind, runway 3, so again, runway 27.
And Delta India November, this is Juliet Alpha Zulu. We're just ahead of the airport, just about to fly off the mountain in front towards heading 060. We're getting mild icing just for warning when you depart.
Copy. Good icing. What altitude is that at?
That's at 2,000.
Copy. 2,000 mild icing. Well, there is severe icing at 4,000, so I think we're going to be staying at like 1,000. Keep out of these clouds. Try to stay out of rain as much as possible. Yeah, I don't like the G1000s either. I learnt on this kind of setup, so there you go. Cape Barron traffic, Delta India November, turning base runway 27. Little flap. Liking these hills here. Cape Barron traffic, Delta India November, final runway 27, touch and go.
And where's the next stop for Delta India Lima?
Bridport, but we're going via the coastline first.
Delta India Lima. Sorry, it's Juliet Alpha Zulu. And Juliet Alpha Zulu is on the right base at Cape Barron Island Airport.
Nice little field. Off we go, flaps up. $60. 75. 80. Cape bound traffic, Delta India November on the go around and turning left hand crossway.
Delta India Lima is on final runway 87. Okay. The go around.
Aerosoft A330, yeah, it's not a bad aircraft. It does tend to be a bit heavy on frames for my system. But as far as details are concerned, I'd probably put it on par, almost with the PMDG 777, the 777. Almost on par. Couple of things missing, couple of things extra. So the one thing it does have that's pretty good is it has a pretty much working most of the time until Aerosoft's on you, but most of the time it'll work. The charts on your electronic flight bag stuck on the window, so that's not a bad little system. Apart from that, I find the radio 1 and 2 are a bit wanky. You can't switch the radios on each side, so if you want to tune radio 2 you have to go to the first officer side to tune it. Other little tiny nibbles like that. The ACARS is there, but it's kind of a fake ACARS. You can enter all the details into it, but it doesn't go anywhere, so it's like pretending to be connected, but it's not really connected to anything real. Like, for instance, the FS Labs aircraft does. FS Labs, you can literally communicate to Vatsim using the ACARS, and it's brilliant. Whereas the Aerosoft one, you can pretend to communicate, but it's not actually doing anything for real. It's just it's pretending to send it somewhere, and then it'll make up its own reply and send it back. It does have a connection to some kind of weather system. I'm not sure where it's getting it from. I think you can set it to Active Sky, Rex, or like the Vatsim Metars, and it'll poll that and bring it back in. So at least it's got that, which is, you know, another step that's better than the 777. Yeah, there's a few other funky things on there that are a little bit flat. Like you can press all the buttons, but some of the systems behind them activate too quickly. And it's like, you know, it's not actually doing anything behind the scenes. So it's like, let's turn that button on. Bing, it is on. Whereas in the real aircraft, it'd be like, let's press that button on. And you hear a couple of noises and then a couple of churning things as systems reset themselves and physical processes start before you get the feedback. So yeah, it's a good aircraft. As I said, it's about on par with 777. So if you like the PMDG 777, you probably like the A330. I do. There are a few little weird bugs that occasionally show up. I think I did one the other day, a couple of weeks back when I was flying across the pond. And I was trying to do a 1 mile offset, and the thing just crashed us to desktop. Let's have a look at Bridport CTAF. Staying this frequency for now, but the CTAF will be the same frequency, 126.5. Cool. Easy. Same frequency for Bridport, so I'll stay here.
Sorry, can you repeat the last transmission? Delta India, November.
Just checked in, Bridport frequency is the same.
Delta India, November, you're unreadable.
Yeah. Same frequency for the Bridport CETA.
Cheers, Delta India, Juliet Alpha November.
Alrighty, let's have a look at this thing. That's where we are. We've got 5 minutes and then 10 minutes. That's where we're headed. Let's turn in. We're at 500 feet. I think we can climb a bit more than that. Let's get up to at least 1,000. Might do 1,500. Yeah, that's not looking promising over there. I think going around the cloud is more important than making the quickest landfall.
And Juliet Alpha Zulu, we're starting to pick up visual lighting on the wings.
Yeah, I'll stuck at 500 feet for a while there.
Yeah, Juliet Alpha Zulu will descend down, I think.
Brett Walton from Sydney. G'day. How is not being in lockdown treating you? Yeah, not getting too much icing. I do have the pitot heat on. Obviously that's not going to do anything for these wing struts. -6 degrees Celsius out there, so we are, you know, in that dangerous area. If you went in that cloud right now, you'd certainly know about icing. So we'll stay clear of clouds, stay down at about 1,500 maximum altitude, and yeah, head on down to Bridport. Down the slow, we barely need to worry about leading out because it's 1,500 feet. But yeah, we're VFR today. Trying to be VFR today. We're going to come into contact with the Tasmanian coast in a little bit. Good stuff, Brett. Well, as you know, I work for the NBN and we've just signed a massive deal in the last week. So things are looking like they'll stay the same for a while. Different mix of technologies coming out. I used to do the, they used to call it FSD, which is, you know, fibre to the premise stuff. That's before when they were pulling through, replacing the copper in the street. We might go back to doing that kind of network design stuff again. I hope we do. I'll certainly apply for that rollback again. I've been just doing scheduling for the last 2 years, something like that. Which means sitting in the office when we had one, and now it's sitting at home pretending to be the office. Kind of working out. It's okay.
And Delta India Lima, have you touched the coast of Tasmania yet, or just trying to work out how far you're away from it? Haven't got a visual on you, worried about immediate collision or
Delta November, not yet. I'd say we're about 10 miles to the north of it.
Delta India Lima, appreciate it.
So at the moment we're kind of brushing past Cape Portland. The flight plan was to actually go over Cape Portland, but because of that massive cloud over there, I've decided to go into Ringarooma Bay. Probably going to parallel the coastline for quite a bit, and then we'll pass over Tomahawk and then inland from there to Bridport. Yeah, that's a rain shower over there. That's definitely rain shower. We do not want to put our aircraft through that. Not because it's wet, but because it's possibly icing. So you go through a rain shower, you pick up what possible icing. The drier we can keep our aircraft, the better we are. So if I turn almost parallel down Ringarooma Bay now, I'm going to go straight ploughing through the middle of Ringarooma. I picked up a new PC for Microsoft Vatsim. That's always fun, having a bit more grunt in your graphics and your processor. I think that's the coastline there. We're almost following along this 14-degree east line, but we're a little bit offset to the east. So like tracking down this parallel line. We're only going to be on the 14 east almost directly all the way through, but all of these clouds are making me steer away, kind of a zigzag. Yeah, I've got 32 of RAM as well. I probably want to up that 2060 as well to a 2070. Let's have a think about that. 16 RAM you can just about get away with at the moment. Just about. Yeah, the RTX 3080. That's the next big thing. Looks like a beast of a card. Looks like a beast of a price too. Feet dead. Cool. Not much sun getting through that cloud layer. Let's pull up a little tiny bit. I think we'll head towards that beach. I can see it. Very nice kind of beachy thing happening over there. Hoping that's actually the mainland and not the island, because there is an island there, the Waterhouse Island. Actually, yeah, passing through over Waterhouse Island's not a problem. We can do that.
And Juliet Alpha Zulu, despite my best intentions, due to stupidity, we unfortunately ran out of fuel, and now I'm diving for the Cessna.
Good luck. Run out of fuel out of here. Speaking of fuel, states, we have 15 gallon on each tank. So I started with 20, we're about halfway through. Time is 44, and we had 1 hour and 10, 1 hour 20 minutes of flying time plus an hour reserve. Time since startup is an hour now, so okay, 20 minutes and should be there at Bridport. Bridport's an interesting airfield. It's owned by a specific person, like it's a private property airfield, and you have the runway and a hangar at the far end. But on the other side there's something that looks like a runway, almost looks like a parallel runway, but when you read the notes about the whole area, you'll find out that little thing that looks like a runway is actually a rifle range. It's a gun club. So yeah, you need to make make sure that the owner knows that you're coming down there, so they're not shooting. Yep, that's our island here. That's called Waterhouse Island. We'll use this as our funnel into the mainland. Time 46. We're a little bit overdue on our time. 1 minute we should be over the island, but I don't think we will be. Ground speed 107. Okay, we've got a bit of a headwind going on. Clearly, because we're doing about 110 knots. Go a little low, to be honest. Let's get back above 1,000. Sure, whatever wildlife hangs around on this island doesn't want to hear a Cessna going overhead. Too bad, I guess. Oh, look at those waves. Those are nice. Aussie Pilot 392, g'day. That was 20 minutes ago. Sorry, I'm clearly not looking at my Twitch very much. Thousand feet, we might even climb a little bit more than that. 1,005. This is this section of beach along here. We've got Bridport at the end. Scott Bennett. That's not a grass runway next to the golf course at Bridport. Oh yeah, that's right. There is that. There is that. I do remember. I've seen that on the on the Google Earth map view. That's cool. Yeah, I've seen that little runway, and I do wonder what it's all about. How do you get permission to land on that? Who owns it? What's nearby apart from the golf course, obviously? Interesting part of the world, this. There's also an airfield on a little farm way up in there somewhere. Hobson's Bay? Can't remember the name. Might be that one. But yeah, it's a good point out, Scott, that extra little runway on the golf course. There's also one right next to the beach, which I keep looking at. It's like, that's got to be a runway. Or used to be a runway, I don't know. Too many runways down here. Not enough actual airports. Okay, about 10 miles out, not quite 10 miles. Brito 13. And we're currently doing about 100 miles ground speed. Call it 107 as it was before. Actually 100 is easier. 110 is easy as well. Current time 50. 55. Bridport traffic, Cessna Delta India November is approximately 12 miles to the northeast of the field. Inbound, we'll be conducting circuits into runway, it's 27, Bridport, and estimate circuit time 5-6. Bridport traffic. Not that runway at all, is it? It's runway 30. So you can see on the little map here we have the runway itself with a little taxiway that goes up to the hangar, and then the rifle range here, A little sporting ground there. And up here somewhere is another runway. There it is. There. On the golf course. So it looks like there's 3 runways, but really. One tiny little town with a population of like 100. Lots of big sandbars out here as well. Look at that. Nine miles out. Okay, we're looking for the road that comes up from the north, from the south, sorry. And we want to be on that road. That's a little fuel after. We'll go inland from the shore a little bit. Not too much, just a couple of miles. Just get out of the beach sanctuary area. Probably a lot of seabirds like hanging around and that kind of stuff. O'clock. Alright. Should we finish at Bridport or should we continue to press on to Georgetown? I'm not sure. Toilet's off to bed. I've been invited to listen to someone sing on Discord. About 5 minutes. That's in sight. We've got the golf course in sight. Don't you have a, actually, is that a road? Hard to tell. 3 miles. It's that one, that's that one. It's beyond there, okay. I reckon it's that. Matthew O wants us to continue all the way through to Georgetown instead of at Briddy. Fair enough. Traffic Bridport, Delta India November, Cessna 172 is 1,200 feet. Just to the north of the field, we'll be crossing midfield downwind to join a left downwind runway 30. definitely the field. I recognise the shape of this. There's the gun range right there next to it. Bridport traffic, Delta India November is tracking over the north end of the field. So again, the west side of the field, and joining runway 30 down it. There's a little oval that they have there. I think they do horse something or other there. And there's a little rifle range. Almost looks like a runway. Cool. Traffic Bridport, Delta India November is downwind of runway 30. Bridport traffic, Delta India November, turning base runway 30. Dylan, good day. Bridport traffic, Delta India November, turning final runway 30. Touch and go. Should we touch and go? Or should we touch? Yeah, I think we should touch and go. There's all the flaps. Gear, mixture, pump. Seats in, fasten secure. Now we'll full stop land it. Something I want you to see. It looks pretty cool. Something I want to see as well. There's a funky hangar at the top of the hill. And the point is that you go down this massive hill and back up a hill. It's interesting to see how they've done this hill. Looks pretty cool. That's the hangar. Remember the OZX the OZX scenery for P3D had openable hangar doors. You could tune a frequency and then it would actually open the hangar up. But as far as default scenery is concerned for Bridport, top notch. Looks great. This is taxiway. We have to be at taxi speeds until we get onto the actual runway. Nice grove of trees over there. Perhaps 10. Welcome to the runway. We have a rip-roaring tailwind at the moment, so we're going to go ahead and continue down. Turn, throwing me on the Facebook. One more airport to go. We have 26 miles. Shouldn't be too bad. Mixer rich. Runway. All that's ready to go. Cool. Bridport traffic, Cessna Delta India November is departing runway 30, straight out departure. Let's go. Thumbs up. Okay, that's Bridport. We now have Georgetown ahead of us. Georgetown has a CTAF 127.3. And runway 24 left. 25 miles. Over 1,500. And we're going to go straight across. None of this hugging in the coastline kind of stuff. Time is 8:08. So I'll cross Piper Road at time 8:19. Sorry, 8:18. 18 past. Mixed leaning. Cool, everything checks out. We'll go a little bit quicker than that. 210, 215 on the airspeed. $2,000 feet, I think this is the highest we've been all day. So, who's still out there? I think toilets left us. Dylan said hi. Have a look at where we're at. So I believe this is a place called Weymouth. Yeah, has to be. Hi there Dylan, I'm not doing open mic tomorrow, I'm working. Dang. $273, set. Yep, that's Weymouth. Stony Head just up there. Next little town we come across would be a place called Beachford. Time 18. And from Beachford we're about 10 miles out. That'll be Beachford up there, that little indent. Cool. Visual. So the CTAF is ready. We're going to be using runway 24 left. 24 right is a grass runway. We're going to be in for an awkward kind of join of this. There we go. All aircraft will make right turns and pattern for landing. I'll take off when using 24s. So I'll come in over this side and that'll be a left-hand pattern. Alright. What's on the right pattern? Let's figure it out. Okay, fly over the field, kind of to the back end of the field, then we'll join into a right hand. Yeah, that's a bit odd. Kind of like a weird teardrop entry kind of thing. But yeah, we'll be coming in from almost directly from the west. Fly over the runway and then quite a large, almost 180-degree turn into the downwind. That cloud's not looking great, so we'll stay off to the north of that. Some kind of area around here. A NOTAM restricted area. 3,500 feet or below. Yeah. Well, I guess we better stand up there. I think that might be a wilderness area of some sort. Stay just offshore. Anyway, this is the road that I had marked down for 18 minutes, currently 15 minutes. Yeah, the last update was the weather, because they were having issues with the weather getting stuck with 3 knots of wind and nothing more, so they fixed that now. And clearly we're getting great cloud 4 anyway, but now we're getting like proper precipitation and QNH and all that kind of stuff. So for whatever reason, that area right there is a restricted zone. That restricted area stops at the shoreline. We'll stay down at 1005. Should be landing with about 10 gallon in each tank, so that's 20 gallon. Gives us, what's the fuel burn rate again? About 12. So that's 45 plus about another 10. So we're in the reserves. We'll be down on Georgetown pretty soon. Georgetown traffic, Cessna Delta India November is 10 miles to the east of the field, just offshore. We'll be tracking in to join a right-hand downwind, runway 24 left. We'll be passing over the field to from the dead side to join that downwind. Traffic, Georgetown. 8 miles out. We're on the north side of a circuit that's going in the wrong direction, so we need to kind of get into the south side of it to do the dead ahead straight down the runway and the 180 degree turn. Yeah, there we go. It's the 5 Mile Bluff Conservation Area. And this is Bellboy Beach, and that's Bellbuoy. Bellboy Beach right there. And this is the Low Head Conservation Area. Ah, Low Head is a reporting point. Cool. And the River Tamar straight up. So clearly the River Tamar right ahead is the river that goes down towards Cessna. Cool. Yep, we can fly over land again. So that there being a Low Head, Tamar River just beyond it. So our airfield should be about 1.5 low heads there. Got it. Yeah, no whales stuck up here. They were down in Strawn, around the other end of the coast. Sad to see them all dying off. So like 800 whales. 800 whales got beached and then plenty of them died. Traffic Georgetown. Cessna Delta India November is just to the north of the field. We'll be crossing into the dead side to make a descent down to 1,000 feet. And then join downwind of runway 24 left on the right side. This is the last stop, indeed. Georgetown traffic, Delta India November is on the dead side of the field at 1,000 feet. We'll be joining a right hand downwind runway 24 on left. I see a little problem. Can you see the problem? I just saw it then. I believe we have a building on the runway. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. Hangars look okay. Looks like we're going to have to do a precautionary surge landing. Georgetown traffic. Delta India November on the crosswind runway 24 right or left. Yeah, we'll do a high approach, steep approach and fly over it. So there we go. Georgetown traffic, Delta India November is on downwind runway 24 left, full stop. There is a grass runway to the right of our runway, so worst case scenario we can just use that. Brakes, undercarriage, mixture, pump, lights. And we'll grab some flap. So we'll do a fly past. Georgetown traffic, Delta India November is doing a low altitude fly past of the runway. And there they go. Yep, there's definitely a building on this runway. I think we'll use it though. The other option is to use the grass. Grass is only half a length. Okay. Let's maybe not use the grass. Georgetown traffic, Delta India November is downwind runway 24 left. Here we go. Georgetown traffic, Delta India November is base runway 24 left. Grab some flaps. Yeah. Idle power. Clearly we need to land a little bit long with this building on the runway. Might side slip it ever so much as well. Yeah, 60. And in we go. Georgetown traffic, Delta India November, vacating runway 24 right to the left. I think we'll park in that little space over there. Fuel bars are up there. Yep, that's right. 1000 RPM. Parking brake set. Drop some lights. Cool. We are done. Yeah, guess what we've got to do. Cool. Now we're done. There's a van driving down the road. Anyway, not far from the road. I have my mum actually knows some people that live in Georgetown, so I guess we'll hang over there. So, weekend coming up, we have a bunch of events. I'm looking at something into Lisbon and Madeira tomorrow night about 11 o'clock PM. Won't be doing F&O because I'm working. But anyhow, with the Sunday events possibly, we'll see what's going on, and I'll see you at least for Milk Run. Till then, I've been Mr. Glaber, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye for now.